Let's talk about the Oscars. No, I'm not wanting to talk about who were the winners and losers and whether or not the right levels of diversity were observed by the nominations and indeed the winners on that big night on Sunday night. I want to talk about what the women were wearing. We've had some big awards ceremony before. Remember in the Me Too movement where they all decided to make a statement by all wearing long black dresses instead of brightly coloured dresses, as if in any way this was a statement about sexual harassment, especially since most of them managed to have most of their breasts out in those dresses on display, which they're entirely entitled to do, but I'm not sure it gave out quite the message that they thought it was. Well, what I've been noticing, certainly with an awful lot of ceremonies we've seen lately, and the red carpet generally, although a champagne beige-coloured carpet at the Oscars, is just some of the extraordinary outfits that women are wearing. Not sort of funny outfits or risque outfits and sort of silly outfits and amusing outfits, but just, frankly, slutty outfits. Yes, a word we're not supposed to use anymore, but you know what? I'm a middle-aged mum and I'm allowed to use it. Olivia Wilde, actress and director, wearing a long cream dress, off the shoulder on one level, off the breast. I mean, her bra out. She's literally just got her bra out. If you're watching on the TV, gents, you're missing out. We've got the likes of Zoe Saldana, an actress, again, midriff out, bare boobs, bare nipples, all on display in a sheer top. Hunter Schafer, an actress with, I mean, not even pretending to cover her boobs, completely out. I mean, she may as well not have been wearing anything on her top half. Cara, a singer, we've just seen the footage of her wearing a thong, and then a lacy black number over it. Again, just barely any clothes at all. Emily Ratajkowski, a model also, and Alessandra Ambrosio, a former Victoria's Secret model. I don't know why she was there. Again, with you know, you can see her thong, you can see her breasts. These women all look amazing. I'd love to look like any of these women. Their figures, their bodies are extraordinary. But why do they feel the need to put everything on display? Or is it just so we'll have photos of them and talk about them? In which case, aren't they selling their bodies? Well, let's talk about this with TalkTV presenter Nicola Thorp. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julia.
So lovely to talk to you. I remember first interviewing you a very long time ago when you were in battle as a temp, I think, secretary, and a job I'd previously done, where you were being required to wear heels. And you said, I don't want to wear heels. I look very, very smart by wearing flat shoes, but it was a requirement that women should be wearing heels in the office. And I thought, good for you. I have a funny feeling, though, we're a different generation. I have a funny feeling you're going to disagree with me. I think that women wearing these sort of outfits isn't sexy. It's not about empowerment. It's not about, look at me, this is my body and I'll do what I want with it. I think it's basically degrading and the pornification of women's fashion and actually giving into male sexual fantasy, which is the least empowering thing a woman can do on the catwalk. What do you say?
I could not disagree with you more. I don't think this is about female empowerment at all. I think it's simply the case that women are wearing what the hell they want. And I think it's such a shame, Julia, that people such as yourselves are resorting to essentially slut-shaming women for deciding to wear outfits like this. Not everything is an act of female empowerment. It can just be, I simply want to wear this dress to an event. We know that the Oscars are a slightly more serious and demure outfit. That's what people tend to wear on the red carpet there. The photos you were showing there are from the Vanity Fair party, which is a late night party where they can let their hair loose a little bit, wear a slightly more risque outfit. And I think that they look amazing. I don't think it is a comment about female empowerment or slut shaming or anything like that. I don't actually even think these dresses are for the male gaze. I think within the fashion industry, it's very much catered towards women. And what women like to see, and what
do you see, Nicola? I mean, you make a convincing argument, but do you think any of these women, some of the pictures we've got on the screen right now, do you think any of these women wear that to the corner shop or wear that out on a Saturday night? They wear these outfits so they'll be photographed, so they'll get on the front pages, so they'll be talked about, and they feel they have to wear these outfits showing more and more and more flesh and their underwear, even when they're wearing it, often not wearing it. They're entitled not to, but they're doing it because you have to go further and further and further. I mean, next time we'll just have a woman just turning up completely nude. Yeah, they look fantastic. But and yes, and if I were a heterosexual man or a gay woman and they were in my bedroom, I'd be very, very happy. But would I want to go out to dinner if I were that man with these women? No, I'd be embarrassed. They're wearing it to get attention, and they feel they need that attention, and they feel they won't get that attention unless they, the awful Daily Mail phrase, flaunt their bodies. that is nothing to do with what they want to do. They're giving in to the pornification of what women wear and what women look like.
I think it probably would be disingenuous of me to say that women don't wear these outfits to get attention at all, but they are ultimately playing part of the game. If you're in the media, you do understand as an actress, if you wear a certain thing, you will be talked about more. It's all about press at the end of the day. And good for them, because they're playing the game and they're winning at it. But I'm absolutely with you that women shouldn't feel like they have to dress a certain way in order to be either taken seriously or get their next job. But when it comes to like attention grabbing, you can look at somebody like Sam Smith at the Brit Awards, and they wore that enormous kind of bin liner inflatable suit, and they were the most talked about person the next week, and arguably were covered from head to toe.
Yeah, but the rules are different for men. A woman covered from head to toe, unless it's a really bad outfit and we're all laughing at her, women won't get talked about if they do that. But this is happening in film, not just in film, but it's happening in music as well. Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat. I mean, these videos where they're basically, putting their bums in the face of the camera and everything is out. And again, it's all about female empowerment. Beyonce, one of the biggest artists on the planet. You never see her with a full-out clothes on. I mean, she doesn't need to do that. She doesn't need to get her backside out to sell an album, and yet she does.
No, she doesn't, but I think it is a really healthy thing for younger women to see. Yes, see.
Do you have a teenage daughter, Nicola? Trust me, you won't feel that way when you do.
I was a teenager, I dare to say, quite more recently than you were, Julia. And it was great for me to see somebody like, for example, Christina Aguilera, who wore practically nothing on the album of Stripped, and yet nothing about that felt sexualized. It felt like she was just wearing what she wanted to do, and it wasn't for the male gaze. It was because she wanted to wear something fun. And the things that she spoke about in that album, as with all these other modern day artists, they're talking about, yes, female empowerment. They are wearing these risque clothes. And yeah, perhaps it is to kind of trigger people like yourself, Julia, so that it does.
I'm not triggered. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry that they feel that their talent isn't good enough, that they have to sell their bodies. I mean, genuinely, I think they look like $10 hookers. I think it's demeaning to them and demeaning to women. And I hate that message is being sent out to younger women and girls, that this is what you have to do to get ahead. Why don't they just go into porn and have done with it?
Well, there's a very big difference between wearing a revealing outfit.
They're selling their bodies to the highest bidder.
And then, well, I think that there is an argument to be said that all acting work is a form of sex work. But Julia, just as you wish that women didn't have to wear something like this in order to get attention, I wish that when women did wear something like this, people like yourselves didn't feel the need to comment on how much or how little skin is on show.
And yet, for some reason, you're not on telly with your boobs out and your thong out because you're dressing like a professional.
Because I'm on the breakfast show at TalkTV.
So it's inappropriate. But well, there we are. Nicola Thorp, I know I'll see you again in this TV studio very, very soon. Really good to talk to you.